Hi everyone, Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Hope everyone is having a nice Monday morning. It has been a little bit of a chilly start to our day today, but we are expecting a fairly nice start to the work week. Unfortunately, again, more above average temperatures in the forecast for us to talk about is we could be seeing those temperatures back into the 90s later this week. So again, a couple things to talk about in the forecast. We'll also be talking about Hurricane Milton, and he is now a major hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico and looks to be impacting western Florida later this week, potentially around the Tampa Bay area. Again, potentially as a major hurricane, and again, that's going to cause a whole number of issues, and we'll kind of get into that just a little bit. But again, your weather headlines, as I mentioned, kind of starting things off, really a nice start to the work week. Chilly in some spots this morning. Some areas had their first freeze for parts of central Nebraska. Here in Lincoln, we had our coldest start to our day so far this season, as we had temperatures dropping into the 30s. And this afternoon, again, we will see temperatures jump back up above average again, at least by a couple degrees, but still going to be a fairly nice day with temperatures sitting in the 70s later this afternoon, but then climbing even further above average as we head through the rest of the week. And then again, we could potentially be seeing temperatures jump back into maybe the low 90s by later this week. Again, on Saturday we had that high of 97. That's the second hottest October temperature that we've ever recorded here in Lincoln. Again, 98 being the all-time October high. We don't see very many 90s in the month of October, and so again, we could be back there later this week. Starting off though, again, look at those low temperatures from this morning. Again, chilly, especially across really a good chunk of the 10-11 coverage areas. We had temperatures falling down into the 30s and low 40s. And 37 here in Lincoln is the coldest we've been so far this season. And if I really quickly actually just look up the last time we had temperatures below 40 degrees... Let's see here. I'm guessing it was late April or early May. May 5th. 39 was the last time we had temperatures in the 30s in Lincoln. May 5th. So again, it's been since early May since we've been this cold. Again, 32 in Albion, 32 in Wayne, 34 in Broken Bow, 38 in North Platte. So again, chilly start to our morning across the state here in Lincoln in the metro. Again, you can see it was again down into the 30s, 38 here at the 1011 studios. Again, so mid upper 30s, right around 40 degrees early this morning across much of the metro area. So again, needed to grab the jacket as you headed out the door early this morning. Right now in the capital city, temperatures warming up into the middle 40s now. Calm winds. Again, plenty of sunshine out there. Dew points in the middle 30s right now. So again, still very dry out there. Again, we saw a number of fires pop up this weekend thanks to the dry conditions, breezy conditions that we've seen. It's that time of year again with the fields becoming dry, harvest time. Again, fires can start and spread really quickly, really easily, and we did see that this weekend. So no red flag warnings out there today, but that doesn't mean we don't want to be careful, again, if you're going to be out and about working outside over the next several days. Temperatures right now, again, across Lincoln, generally anywhere from the low 40s to right around 50 degrees as we start our Monday. Across the state, warming up a little bit. We'll say mid-30s to mid-40s out there. So again, still chilly if you're heading out the door early this morning and you want to grab the jacket. Winds very light, high pressure sliding through the state. So again, you can see a little bit more of a southerly wind across central and western Nebraska as we head through the day today. That wind will gradually turn to the south for us at around 5 to 15 miles an hour. And again, that's going to help temperatures warm up a few degrees as we head into this afternoon, and then we'll continue to see that warming trend as we head through the rest of the week. Satellite radar picture is quiet. Again, there's just a few clouds kind of lingering out there, but really not a whole lot happening. If you look at the visible satellite imagery, again, you can see some high-level cloudiness early this morning across parts of central and eastern Nebraska, a little bit more cloud cover as you head across parts of southwestern Nebraska and out near North Platte. But again, overall, again, a very quiet start to our Monday. If we zoom out and look at a regional view, again, not a whole lot happening, not a whole lot for us to talk about. You zoom out and look at a national view, again, for the most part, not a whole lot to talk about, not a lot there, but we do see, again, some rain out ahead of Hurricane Milton, the precursor rain event, again, that we sometimes see out ahead of those hurricanes. And right now, Milton, right out there in the middle, basically almost the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, really intensifying incredibly rapidly over the last 24 hours. Went from just a tropical storm to right now a Category 4 hurricane. So again, sustained winds around 150 miles an hour with gusts as high as 155 miles an hour, according to the latest bulletin from the National Hurricane Center. And just right now, tracking to the east-southeast, slowly at around 8 miles an hour. And what we're actually going to see is that Milton is going to basically clip the northern portions of the Yucatan Peninsula. So you can see areas shaded in red there have that hurricane warning. So it's going to clip the northern part of the Yucatan before it kind of swings back around to the north and to the east. And then from there, as a Category 4 hurricane, going to continue to basically march towards the western Florida coast. And is expected to remain a major hurricane over the next 24 to 36 hours or so, but then is expected to at least weaken some, potentially down to a Category 3 before it makes landfall again right around the Tampa, St. Petersburg area right there on the western coast of Florida. And again, keep in mind that cone is anywhere where the center of the storm could potentially be. Impacts will extend far beyond where that cone is, again, like we saw with Helene. So again, potentially making landfall Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening in the Tampa, St. Petersburg area. Again, we're going to be looking at the potential for some catastrophic storm surge, extremely heavy rain, extremely damaging winds right there, basically through the middle parts of Florida with this storm, again, making landfall potentially right now, forecast calling for a Category 3 hurricane before it basically cuts right across Florida and then heads back out into the Atlantic. But this is certainly going to be a storm we're going to keep a very close eye on over the next several days. Again, we saw the devastation with Helene, and again, we could see, some pretty horrific conditions again now with Milton, and he's a Category 4 storm right now in the Gulf. So again, if you look at the weather alerts, again, a number of alerts along the Gulf Coast with Milton churning down there, hurricane warnings, tropical storm warnings, flood watches, all the like. We'll continue to see, again, more of those alerts, storm surge alerts along the Florida coast and even up along the eastern seaboard as Milton continues to push through the area. Have some heat-related advisories that are continuing to be in effect across the desert Southwest and the parts of California. Here at home, though, again, not a whole. We did have some frost advisories early this morning for parts of central Nebraska. Those were allowed to expire at 9 o'clock this morning. Skycast, as we run you through our Monday, not a whole lot to see. Again, we're going to be looking at sunny to mostly sunny skies as we head through the balance of the day today, with just a few passing clouds here and there as we head tonight and into the day on your Tuesday. Again, more of the same, mostly clear skies, not quite as chilly tonight as it was last night. But again, it will be another cool night. And then as we head through the day on Tuesday, a little bit more of a southerly breeze will help boost those temperatures even further. And we'll see sunny to mostly sunny skies, dry conditions. And then, again, more of the same as we head into the day on Wednesday. Sunny to mostly sunny skies, temperatures warming up, a little bit of a southerly breeze, especially for the eastern sections of the state. And again, we're going to see those above average temperatures look to continue. So 7-day precipitation potential. Again, highest is going to be down across parts of Florida. They could see 5 to 10 inches of rain in some spots to go along with, again, some catastrophic storm surge. Again, very strong winds. Again, Milton going to be again, another powerful storm that's going to impact the southeast. Again, more particularly this time, Florida. Thankfully, not going to be tracking over the same areas that Helene tracked over into parts of Georgia, the western Carolinas, eastern Tennessee. So that is at least some good news. But folks down there in the southeast, if you have friends or family, they need to be preparing for this storm. Meanwhile, back here at home, again, you look at the 7-day precipitation potential, more of the same that we've seen over the past several weeks, and that's really nothing as expected as we head over the course of the next 7 days. Temperatures for the day today, again, a little bit warmer than we had yesterday, but overall a fairly nice day. Mid to upper 70s to right around 80 degrees is where most of the state should be as we start off the work week. Low temperatures tonight, again, like I said, not quite as chilly as they were this morning. Still some spots into the mid and upper 30s across the Sandhills, but otherwise most of 10-11 coverage area will be in the lower to middle 40s into Tuesday morning. But by Tuesday afternoon, we see temperatures back into the 80s. We'll go lower to middle 80s across the state for tomorrow afternoon. Wednesday morning, it's generally mid-40s to low 50s across the 10-11 coverage area. Wednesday afternoon, it's mid to upper 80s across the area, including 88 in Lincoln, 86 in Grand Island, also 88 degrees in North Platte. Thursday morning, mid-40s to mid-50s. And then Thursday afternoon, again, it wouldn't surprise me if some areas, including here in Lincoln, got back up and touched 90 degrees. This will see temperatures back to the mid-upper 80s to right around 90 degrees. 7-day forecast for us here in Lincoln. You'll notice, again, no chances for moisture as we head over the course of the next week. And temperatures in the upper 80s Wednesday, Thursday, and then right around 90 degrees for the day on Friday. Mid-80s on Saturday. Low 70s on Sunday. It does look like we could see some significantly cooler temperatures maybe Sunday into Monday of next week. That shows up here on the 10-day forecast. You can see across the state, basically looking at those above-average temperatures dominating much of this work week into Saturday. A little bit of a mixed bag as that cold front arrives on Saturday, but then certainly on Sunday we see highs falling into the 60s to low 70s, staying in the 60s and low 70s for Monday, and then warming back to the mid-upper 70s by next Tuesday and Wednesday. Precipitation chances, again, you can see there's really nothing over the course of the next week. We do start to see some chances maybe towards the early and middle parts of the week next week, but still not a lot of hope when it comes to any meaningful rainfall over the course of the next week to 10 days. 8 to 14-day temperature outlook. This takes us October 14th through October 20th. And again, more of the same, very high odds at seeing above average temperatures across much of the region during this time frame. And again, unfortunately, very good odds at continuing to see below average precip during this time frame as well. So again, not a lot to like there when you look at the 8 to 14-day outlook. Again, we're still kind of looking for signs of fall. Could see some 60s and 70s, again, maybe late this weekend and early next week, but again, not exactly October, screaming October-like weather as we head over the next week with those highs anywhere from the upper 70s to upper 80s to maybe even still right around 90 degrees over the next 7 days. So appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching. As always, again, we try and do this live Monday through Thursday right at 9 a.m. Just a quick look at the weather headlines, again, local, regional, and national. Again, Milton is going to be making a lot of the headlines as we head over the next several days. Again, expected to make landfall there potentially around the Tampa and St. Pete area. Looks like Wednesday afternoon, maybe early Wednesday evening, so we'll continue to keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, back here at home, again, more warm and more dry weather expected as we head over the next week or so. So appreciate everyone for tuning in and for watching as always. Hope everyone has a nice Monday, and until next time, we'll see you later.